A top executive of China's Huawei Technologies is under arrest in Canada at the request of America in a move that is certain to inflame tensions with the Chinese over technology issues at a very tense time. Our international affairs correspondent Bianca Zanini has more.
U.S.-China relations just got a little more complicated. The chief financial officer of China's global telecommunications giant Huawei has been arrested in Canada, facing extradition to the United States. A publication ban prevents information on why Meng was arrested, but the U.S. Justice Department has reportedly been investigating Huawei over possible sanctions violations on Iran. Beijing is calling for her immediate release.
China has expressed solemn representations to Canada and the United States respectively, demanding they immediately clarify the reason for their arrest, immediately release the arrested person, and truly protect the legitimate rights and interests of the person involved.
The arrest of Meng Wanzhou came at a delicate time. Over the weekend, U.S. President Trump and his Chinese counterpart agreed to a 90-day ceasefire in the trade war that's been pounding both economies. But comments from President Trump and a statement from Secretary of State Mike Pompeo saying the U.S. will stop bad actors, including China, sparked a strong and cold response from Beijing.
The U.S. flies the flag of America first and wields the button of protectionism and unilateralism. It disturbs the international order, and one after another has left a series of international organizations and challenges the multilateral system.
At the moment, it's unclear what role President Trump played in Meng's arrest or how this will affect the relations between the two giants. In addition to being CFO, Meng is also the daughter of the founder of Huawei, a company symbolizing China's push to be a leading independent player in the world of high-tech. Her arrest and extradition to the U.S. will not be taken lightly by Beijing. Thursday, across Asia, stocks plummeted. Meanwhile, all eyes are on Trump and Xi to see who makes the first move, and if the fragile ceasefire will hold. Bianca Zanini, I-24 News.
With me now in the studio is Tal Reshef, an expert with Asian business ties around the world. Tal, I want to ask about the timing of this arrest. I mean, it was just a few days ago that President Trump and President Xi Jinping, we saw it there, shaking hands. They dined together. They were all smiles. There was a 3-month trade truce. And then the arrest of the daughter of one of the most powerful families, the chief financial officer of this company. Why now? Why the timing?
I think we are dealing here with something quite complex. On one hand, this is geopolitical and economic issue. On the other hand, it's the difference between the ways things are done in the US and in China. But the third coin also, which is the character of the leaders. And I see clearly in this case, specifically in this case, it's the character of Donald Trump.
Is he sending a message then? What message is he sending?
I don't think that he's sending a message. I think that quite often he takes steps without really thinking until the end, refusing even to listen to his advisors. I think clearly this is one of those cases.
What is she, at this point, what do we know about exactly what she's accused of doing? Iran is thrown in here that has to do with sanctions of Iran. She was selling inappropriate technology. But what really did she do that warrants this arrest and possible extradition?
Well, this is quite vague because in one hand, China can sell whatever they want to whoever they want. It's their right, even if the laws do not agree with it in the United States. But as something exceptional if they're selling products that contain elements that are produced in the United States. And then they are subject to some regulations from the United States. Is this the case? Did they do this? Well, it's yet to be verified. But even if yes, then the question is, what does it have to do with the CFO? She's in charge of financial issues, not with authorization of selling to this or that country. I think the main issue in this case
would she be responsible to know if a country or organization that's on a sanctioned list that the U.S. would have sanctioned, would that be within her expertise? Was she supposed to know that?
Not in China. Maybe there are countries in the world, yes, but in China, the definition of roles and responsibilities is very clear. No, she's not. But the main issue, I think, is who is her father. This is the main issue behind. Her father is the founder of Huawei.
Yeah. I want to ask about that. So tell me, I mean, Huawei is a major technology player. I mean, one of the biggest and growing cell phone companies and tech providers in Asia and around the world. She is the daughter of the founder. Perhaps what is the U.S. Relationship with Huawei, and how does it change now with her arrest?
Huawei is one of the two major companies that cause troubles or threat to the American economy, because they are suspected of selling products that have backdoor that allows spying through Chinese means. And they are forbidden of selling to many targets in the world, especially in the United States. So Huawei and ZTE are the companies under the focus.
All right, developing story. We're going to see how this unfolds in the days to come. Will she be extradited or not to America? Tal, thank you so much for your analysis. Great to have you.
Thank you for having me.